Well, this is my sauna. Built it in the fall of 2011. Thought I'd update my video. From the back porch, we step down onto, of course, a patio. That's the sauna. It's lined with Hardie panel 4x8 sheets. The trim is Western red cedar. And we're stepping down to the lower patio. Before I show you the sauna, patio and our back porch overlooks the Belle River. It's a nice view no matter the season, whether winter, spring, summer, or fall. Plenty of wildlife to see. What I've done is since the last video I took, I've added a little roof over the door just to kind of shield it from rain. Also made it look a little nicer. I put in my vents and also my soffits, which are just, as you can see, four by 8 sheets of the exterior T111 style. Makes a pretty nice soffit. The door is a surplus door. Just picked it up at a local salvage yard. It's a nice solid 24-inch door, made it perfect. The handle is a drywall sanding tool, just screwed to it. It's nice and plastic, only because I couldn't find anything else without having to pay for it. Windows were all from the same salvage yard. And this is the interior. It has a poured concrete floor with a drain. Highly recommend the concrete floor for a lot of reasons. You can obviously have a steam sauna, and you can dump water on yourself in here, and if you have a nice little drain equipped into it, it will of course drain outside the sauna. If you had a raised wood floor, you couldn't do that, or you'd have to just wait for the floor to dry. But this is a nice feature. It's easy to scrub it out. There are 2 benches. Both are made of 2 by 6 Western red cedar. Cedar is definitely the wood of choice inside a sauna, at least one of the better ones in my opinion. It doesn't get overly hot. Prop up the door so we have a little more light. The interior is lined with Michigan Northern white cedar. It's milled by a firm up in near Midland, Michigan. Nice product. Secures easily. It's insulated with 3.5-inch fiberglass in the wall cavity, framed with just 2x4 dimensional lumber. There is a foil laminate between the insulation and the cedar that works as a vapor area and also reflects some of the heat back into the sauna room. The benches actually slide in to a forward greater room. They'll slide completely against it, and they're easily removable if you want to clean. Easily holds 4 adults, 200 plus, so probably 800 pounds at least. At least it's been pressure tested to that. My sauna stove is nothing more than just a wood burner. It's a King stove. The firm's no longer in business, but there are plenty of firms that make similar type stoves these days. Picked it up at a yard sale for 50 bucks and probably a decade ago, and finally have an opportunity to use it, and it makes a great sauna stove. It has more than enough capacity for this. In fact, you could heat half a house with it, but it makes a great sauna stove. Got a nice little supply of Michigan Fieldstone rocks. Nice granite, works real well for steam, the boiler. I had a very good friend of mine who's probably one of the best welders in the world. Does everything from nuclear to decorative, you name it, he can do it. And what he did is he had some stainless steel pipe laying around, and he flattened it out and made me a nice water reservoir. I don't know if you can see this here, but it's got a nice little drain at the bottom, and through radiant heat off the stove in about 2.5 to 3 hours, the water is plenty hot, enough so that you have to mix cold water with it to rinse off after the sauna. But it's both a very functional water heater and a beautiful one aesthetically. He did that to kind of match my galvanized heat shield that I have along the stove there. And the heat shield is separated from the cedar by about 1 inch airspace, which is the general recommendation. Works very effectively. I just started the fire up probably 25 minutes ago, and it's gone from 60 degrees to 120. Come on. There we go. Come on. It doesn't look like it's in focus too much. Put a couple of windows in here. Naturally, when you're sitting in the sauna, especially when the leaves are not there, it's easy to see the river. In the winter, you can watch the snow fall and the coyotes and deer across the river, and just a great vantage point to enjoy nature while you're relaxing in the sauna. Maintain the proper airflow through a floor vent. It has a little sliding door on it. There's a gap also at the bottom of the door, lets in plenty of airflow. You have to have airflow for the wood burning stove, but also so you have cross ventilation to allow the escape to go out, which is easily accomplished with my crank window here. Crank it a little bit, the steam stays and escapes quickly, but not as quickly as, of course, if you opened it up right away. I designed the sauna after some pictures that I had seen of a sauna on the Ontario coast of Lake Superior. Thompson Island sauna. It doesn't look anything like the outside of mine, but the inside has the same general layout. I thought it was ideal and modeled my sauna after that, including there's no electricity in here for light, and we utilize a little kerosene lantern in the evening. Puts off just enough light to give you that relaxing ambiance without being a disturbing light. I'd throw some water on the rocks, but there's not enough steam there as yet. But well, let's take a look at the fire. Oh yeah, look at that. That's going to heat up this place quick. So there you have it. Something I wanted to build for a lot of years. It took me quite a few hours on weekends and evenings to put it together. That's the sauna. If you have any comments or any questions on how to build one, no expert, but I think I did a pretty decent job. Feel free to give me a call, or drop me an email, I should say. I'd like to hear from you. Enjoy.